Hi, Taurus, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a tarot reading for your next 48 hours. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind, of course, this is general, so just take what resonates. But I more than appreciate your likes, your comments, and of course, your subscriptions to the channel if you haven't joined this Taurus tribe already. Now, I do as well want to remind you to book a personal reading with myself. All the information is down below in the description box. Just shoot me a quick email and I'll definitely get that started for you. But as on another note, make sure to check out all of your individual placements within your chart, as I'm posting so many random readings these days, plus the money and career reads. You never know where the messages lie for you. Let's begin and pull from the spellcasting deck and see what we get. For Taurus. I just heard, yeah, that's not okay. Yeah, that's not okay. I sense that you're in a state of being in the next 48 hours where you're maybe a little bit judgmental, okay? I'm hearing, I'm not judging you for that, but I just feel as if you are reassessing to an extent, or just evaluating, right? Observing, noticing a lot, okay? And not speaking upon most of which, but your thoughts are definitely rolling around in one's head, right? Feeling as if certain aspects of a situation, or just people's behavior, or just the lack of cleanliness of certain people, or just what you overhear, it feels like you are just saying to oneself, or even saying out loud in a moment when you're by yourself, or it could be to somebody else, that's not okay. I don't accept that, right? Or just let's clean it up, okay? Wanting people to kind of, they're saying get their shit together, okay? But anyways, don't be surprised if you're feeling ultra cocky or confident in the next 48 hours. And I feel like you are deserving of this way of being with all that you've been through, okay? Or just even with certain changes or developments that have taken place that you've initiated in the recent past. I feel good in your energy, okay? Okay, they're saying a conquering kind of way of being. But we have inspiration, talent, and freedom coming out. One at a time is what I'm getting. You're feeling quite inspired, okay? You're feeling on fire in certain ways, but it just feels like there are certain spirits coming to visit you in the next 48 hours that are leaving you feeling invigorated, just on fire in certain ways, and needing to recognize that the courage you've had in the past is playing into your current day situation, okay? Or speaking upon all that you can accomplish moving forward. A warrior will come to be, and then you'll just move past it so quickly, and you'll recognize, wow, that wasn't that big of a deal. Does that make sense? I feel as if you're going to recognize that you are accomplishing more than meets the eye, or just that you even give oneself credit for at times. I just heard a Taurus is powerful. A Taurus is powerful. Okay, just because you don't overdo it in energy, just because you don't overdo it in or force it when it comes to certain connections or certain levels of achieving, doesn't mean you don't get a lot accomplished, doesn't mean you don't care, and it doesn't mean that you're not powerful in that sense. Okay, I just feel like it overall assists in the level of, okay, perfection, or just the quality of what you're accomplishing or looking to see grow in that moment, or just in general. Okay, I feel like you are, okay, a perfectionist at heart in certain ways, or if not in all ways. And I do feel like that's playing into the next 48 hours as well. And there's going to be a moment or two or multiple where you look at something and it's not perfect, and there's either something you can't do about it, right? Whether it's somebody else or a situation that's out of your hands. But then there's going to be a moment, I feel like, where you say it's in your bedroom or in your household or in the work environment where you could clean it up or just perfect it, and you judge it, you don't accept it, it bothers you, but you don't do something about it. There's another moment within that just, or there's just something about that moment that teaches you something about yourself, okay? I'm hearing you're always in control. You're always in control. But there's a push to recognize where you desire a level of freedom, okay? Feeling a bit limited by a situation. Some of you need a mode of transportation to be purchased or acquired, or just, yeah. I feel like you're a little bit bothered by the energy in a situation, needing to keep the hope alive. Why do you feel the way you feel? Don't overdo it in that process, right? Of being one with that feeling or those feelings, but I just feel like there's something to learn or gain in that moment to realize. Some of you may be a moment where you are pushed to recognize that it's not even your emotion you're feeling. You're just empathic and somebody around you is going through it, right? Or feeling their feels. And I just feel like you as well are, even if it's your own feelings or emotions rolling around, you're only human. And sometimes you forget that you just deserve a moment to let it out or just release in one way, shape, or form. Even if that's not having a good cry or just, expressing oneself in that sense, there are other ways to get that release. I do sense that for some of you, it could be a level of frustration that's building up within, okay, or irritation due to the energy or just the spirituality that you're dealing with, the messing with, however it works for you. Okay, for some of you, it's a relationship, right? But then there's others that are drawn to this reading where you just are so desiring that comfort of a connection or a relationship at this time. It's closer than you think. It's closer than you think. But I do feel as if there's just a focus on how damn talented you are. What talent do you have that hasn't been put to use? Okay, I was gonna say, what talent did you just think of? But then they pushed me to say that. I just feel like there's an elegant sort of, again, I don't force it, but I do it well kind of way about you in the next 48. And I feel like as well, you're going to have a moment or two, if not multiple, where you just feel like dancing. Okay, you just feel like being on stage or putting on a show, telling a story. But who do I tell the story to? That's interesting. You could feel a little bit lonely in the next 48. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like you will be pushed to recognize that there's so many benefits from your alone time, from when you're not with a specific somebody or multiple people. But I also feel like it's putting things in perspective as to who you miss the most, or even if it's multiple people, you wish were by your side in general, okay? In certain moments of emotion or just wanting that comfort, okay? Or somebody just to share with, okay? I'm hearing, how was your day? How was your day? But let's pull from the Tattoo Tarot deck to continue. I just heard my special being, my special being. I feel like you are being viewed as so damn unique by those who tune into your social media, your people who benefit from your business, or who you work with, right? Even customers, clientele. But I feel like from your spirit guides mainly, okay? For Taurus, judgment. Okay, again, I feel like you're being quite judgmental at certain points, bear with me, but I feel like as well you're being pushed to in moments of inspiration to be 100% honest with oneself, okay? What is this inspiration teaching me? How am I gonna put this to use? And why am I feeling as if a spirit is trying to continuously teach me a lesson? Why does it feel like this kind of learning curve I'm going through is never ending? Okay, I'm not really sure why that was just mentioned, but it was. Okay, that was key wording, but I really do feel as if you are going through a change. Now, for some of you, I feel like there are a lot of options when it comes to a future change, because I felt like this should be in the upright, but this is speaking upon with the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Hierophant in the upright. It's talking about you knowing that a change is coming to be, whether it's due to a connection, okay, coming into your situation, either getting into a relationship or just somebody who you're looking to date in general. It could be more so to do with a housing situation for some, or another investment. But it's as if you do have options, but you've narrowed it down in your mind, okay? It just feels like you know that it's right for you. I do feel like as well, you... okay, you're in the driver's seat, and it just feels like you are meant to recognize that the ball is more in your court than you're recognizing. But, okay, Spirit's saying we're holding our own ball in that sense, right? We want you to feel in control to a point, but do recognize we've guided this connection or this change for you individually. Yeah, I just feel like you will need to recognize that the mystery needs to be kept alive to an extent. But I do feel like... overall, you're quite serious in the next 48 hours, right? When you do crack a smile, there needs to be recognition of what caused or sparked that moment of happiness that moment of giddiness. Okay, again, it could be a thought of a specific somebody or a text, a message, or it could be just you reviewing your own self, your own work, your looks. I feel like you're one of your own best fans in the next 48 hours. At the very least, when it comes to your appearance, checking yourself out, again, just a little bit cocky, but so be it. Again, I feel like you've been through the ringer in the past or just recently, so you deserve moments of feeling okay, full of yourself, feeling just good, okay? And again, you're setting the tone. Your vibration, okay, that your vibration is just being felt in so many ways when it comes to videos you post, when it comes to pictures you post, when it comes to words you get out there in one way, shape, or form. But I feel like in the area that you are physically as well. Now, I was about to say before you might have Leo in your chart, as we do have the strength card at the bottom, but I do feel like infinity symbols may play into your next 48 hours. Look at this. I feel like you're being reminded how bold and strong you are. And I feel like you're being reminded there is a commitment on the horizon, but there is a commitment you're thinking about in certain moments of annoyance in the next 48 hours and just wanting your peace within that commitment, okay? You deserve it, okay? But I don't know that you will fully get it in that moment, but you might at another point or other several points. Anyways, I just feel like there's going to be a push to reevaluate what you truly want at a certain point. But I do sense that you're being pushed to recognize that or to remember, if you want it, Taurus, it's yours. It's yours. We will give you that wish fulfillment, but we may push you in the next 48 hours to go through a bit of reflecting on all that you've acquired, manifested, and desired in the recent past or along your path in general, because I do feel like you at times lose track of all that you've manifested, okay? And it will keep things in perspective as to how quickly things are moving for oneself, right? Or just changing in general. And I do feel like you're going to be thinking about the past in certain ways as far as past connections, past jobs, living situations, and this will keep things or bring things back to a positive perspective so much better than it once was. Okay, however that works for you, and you need to remember that. You need to remember so you can stay positively in the present moment when you're pushed back to where you're at. I really do feel like as well your dreams are coming into play. It's the next 48 hours that feel purposeful in more than one way, in several ways. And I do feel like you're being viewed in a very high honored, successful light, and people are seeing you as so damn attractive, okay? But again, you're seeing yourself as even more attractive, and that's setting the tone. There are more friends, and for some, a new love connection or the evolution of one coming into play moving forward. So the next 48 hours are prepping you for that in certain ways, even if you can't recognize that. But your talent is taking a center focus. Your spirituality and your individualism is also taking a center focus. Allow for oneself to keep things simple when you feel like it's a bit of a whirlwind in the next 48 hours because you're in the driver's seat, at least to a certain extent. All right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy the next 48 hours, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Taurus.